As an epidemic of a lethal airborne virus that kills within days rapidly grows, the worldwide medical community races to find a cure and control the panic that spreads faster than the virus itself, and they get the cure. But you have to watch the full video to see how it works. But before we get started, make sure to like the video to speed up the release of new video. Anyways, let's get started. Beth visited Hong Kong in matter of her business. During her journey to the house, she pauses for a break in Chicago. She comes home after that. When she finally returns, she meets her son and husband. Clark was his former husband's son. Beth has become ill so now all of a sudden one day. The next day she has fits and Mitch takes her to the hospital where she ends up dead. A doctor cannot diagnose her disease. People are begun to fall ill throughout the world. Coming home, Mitch knows that Clark is also dead. He calls 911 who keeps Mitch in quarantine. All people of the world begin to lose their lives gradually. News reveals a new disease before us. We see the US CDC department doctors who talk about this disease. Dr. Aaron has to visit a city aiming to stop this infection. She reaches this city within a few hours and meets Mitch. She asks the reason for Beth's visit to Hong Kong. She also asked Mitch, why did she stay in Chicago? Mitch comes to know here that Beth may have visited to meet her old friends, and she was deceiving her. Mitch's blood is tested, but no infection is diagnosed because he had a strong immune system. Now Mitch is sent back to the house. Mitch's second wife was Beth, while he had 16-year-old daughter named Jory from his first wife. She comes to meet her father in the same hospital. Mitch is concerned that her unplanned visit to this city will cause her to contract an infection, so he moves to a house taking his daughter. Suddenly, this virus was prevailed in the U.S. Facing the harmful consequences of it, Homeland Security people visit to meet Elise. They take this disease as a bioweapon which has been released willingly in order to target the developed countries, and any international terrorist organization is involved in it. On the other side, Dr. Aaron travels to Hong Kong so that she may know the visit place if Beth and how this virus was spread through her. In research, it is proved that this virus is made of pig and bats' genetic material. And while people are studying viruses in order to develop a vaccine, no progress has been made, because every cell perishes in which it is added. 8 million people were yet infected by this virus. 1 person among 12 have the danger of being infected. The chance of their survival was only 25% to 30%. The government takes a decision to stop the infection's growth. Infected cities are placed under quarantine thoroughly. It means no one can step out of this city. On the 21st day, Elise receives correspondence from the CDC via email, revealing that the origin of the MEV virus is traced back to Africa, and it is more deadly than the HIV virus. Their research is in process, and they were making the different samples of vaccines, and they were applying it on apps but don't get success. No one was seen in airports, schools, colleges, or office. Instead, they were isolated in their homes, fearful. Finally, CDC lab doctors get success on the 29th day. There was still no test on human beings. This was the long process, including the permission and agreement of the infected people. So Dr. Ellis thinks of a risky process in which she can also lose her life. Firstly, she injects this vaccine sample to herself. She visits her infected father and talks to her with an unmasked face for a long time. Dr. Ellis is not infected even within 2 or 3 days. It means her experiment on herself was successful. Here it is declared to the WHO and other organizations that we have got the vaccine successful, and this news is revealed on the international level. Vaccine production takes a lot of time because of the number of people. As a result of this case, the US government develops a lottery system whose birth date is appeared in it. He will be the one to get a vaccine, and the next lottery will appear after 3 months. People are vaccinated as such moderately, and they come on the normal routine going to their jobs. In the end, how did the virus prevail? A bulldozer raises a tree in Hong Kong by mistake, disturbing some bats in it. Subsequently, the bats relocate to the banana tree, perching there and bite a few bananas. Now the bats move to the pig farm and one of them falls a banana and a pig eats it. The very next day, pig is brought to the casino, and while trying to clean a pig, a man cleans his hand with his apron before trembling Beth's hand. As a result, the virus of the bat and pig is spread all over the world in this manner. And here the story ends. Make sure to like and subscribe to speed up the release of new video. Have a good day.